unfold around you now. It's trapped inside the pain. Maybe I should stay in the dark after you had to a place so far away. All those crazy thoughts are going through my mind. A part of me I can't escape. Our love was so sublime. It doesn't make no sense if you're not here again. If the only one who's gonna hold me there for me to say, what comes after the what you feel in your heart and your soul. There's nothing I would take for granted. With me, we'll make it through. Takes two hearts to fix heartbreak. We grew apart, I made a mistake, but I'll try to make it up to you, my darling. Ooh.
Time. Don't be held back again. You need to resist your own limits. This fire is burning. You need to embrace all that you are. Stare fear in the face to reach for the stars. Been waiting for this moment, so let it begin. You're unbreakable. Feeling powerful. Nothing's getting in the way. You're unbreakable. You're invincible. Be unbreakable again. Unbreakable. Unbreakable. Make your name. Let go of yesterday. If dreams can exist in a world like this, don't abandon them. You need to embrace all that you are. Stare fear in the face to reach for the stars. Been waiting for this moment, so let it begin. You're unbreakable. Feeling powerful. Nothing's getting in the way. You're unbreakable. You're invincible. Be unbreakable again. You need to embrace all that you are. Fear in the face to reach for the stars.
Right, everybody, welcome to the game. Today, Project Eversio versus Team Fake Info Only. We did just see the knife round, which was won by Team Fake Info Only. Stekeli did have a disconnect right at the start, so Eversio were at a disadvantage for that. Our game should get underway shortly here. And it does look like the French side of Fake Info Only will be sticking with the T side, allowing Project Eversio to start over on the TC side. On the CT side. TC side. On Anubis today, one of Eversio's top 3 most played maps, actually, so was always going to be the case. Team Fake Info Only insta-banning Mirage and Ancient, which were Eversio's other 2 picks. So, should be a good game today. Eversio on a couple of games win streak here. Obviously that crazy overtime last time, because 3 overtimes before Eversio did come up on top on Mirage. But in the pistol here, slow play by the T's towards mid. Just sending, I believe, Maka over towards boats over there. But Eversio equally as passive, just Zelion peeking from connector here, not spotting anything just yet. So now the T's will throw a couple of utility. Smoke gonna go towards that camera position, and pop flash ready for mid. Eversio have left mid open actually, so T's will be allowed to take this. Smoke is actually for Temple, so T's here trying to open onto this A side, but Crazy and Stekeli with a couple of kills. Crazy does go down, so Eversio man advantage. Bomb not yet planted, and Trevor, here's the T's rotating. Takes the duel, but is gooshed low. 3 HP and does fall, so B side now open. Eversio have to rotate. Candy is low, but an advantage taken away from Eversio, and the T's, realizing A is open, are gonna make their way back to the site slowly, and Dragonsteer not aware yet that's gonna be an A plant, so Eversio maybe over-rotating a bit, forced to re-rotate. No kit on the side either, so it's gonna have to be a quick take. Flash and the smoke on Stekeli, also has the dual Berettas. And Zane, here's those players coming through mid, so lots of info gathered. Zelion with those dualies, but it's gonna be Stekeli swinging and taking him down. Candy does find a kill of his own, does find the second onto Stekeli as well, so just Dragonsteer now in the 1v1, and Candy might have done enough. Actually, Kit is picked up, so bomb is gonna be tapped. Candy running to try and deny this, and does just about deny it. An ace in the round for Candy to give Fake Info Only the pistol. Very close round there, but 5 clean kills from Candy does give them a crucial opening in this match. I mean, it was close, but perhaps Eversio too quick with the rotates off on that A side, and Candy just close enough. Dragonsteer almost managing to stick that bomb defuse right at the very end. So Eversio forced onto an eco here, just Crazy with the Deagle, and Dragonsteer with the P250. Trevor also picking up a 5-7 on his own, but the nade spam towards mid just catch out Dragonsteer, and knowing it's probably a mid stack, these are electing to go towards this B side, which has been left wide open by Eversio. 5 SMGs on the side of Fake Info Only, so they're looking to farm some cash here. Dragonsteer does go down to the nades though, so nothing found with these SMGs just yet. And now Body will find those players in mid. Zane from behind does take down Zelion as well, so Eversio, all 5 players gonna go down. Body with a 3k. Close to 6k in cash already. And a clean round from the T side. Eversio with a very modest buy in the second round will be able to force up here. Full set of armor for all 5 players, 5 rifles as well, and the kit on Stekeli. Limited utility but superior weaponry, so interesting round on the cards here. Lots of utility for the T side, and they're gonna push towards A main quickly. Eversio 3 players over towards A side. Crazy does go down. Dragonsteer does find the trade. However, bomb is on site now, and Maka from mid gonna try and find this lurk from behind. Does take down Zelion. Trevor's gonna eat that nade down to 50 HP, so man advantage for the T side. Bomb does go down. Stekeli though makes it a 3 versus 3 again. Parkaboo onto Trevor, but Dragonsteer once again evening out the numbers. 2v2 now, however, Eversio were aware of that mid player, so Stekeli gonna jump up and find Parkaboo. Eversio knowing this last player is on mid, but Maka finds the timing onto Dragonsteer, leaving Stekeli in the one-on-one, and does take down Stekeli. So first buy round, if you can even call it that, does go in favor of the T side here. Eversio forced once again onto what is going to surely be a poor buy here. And the T is actually investing into 4 SMGs, just the saved rifle, the only rifle in this round. And Eversio giving Dragonsteer a rifle and Stekeli an SMG, so stacking on B side, they're gonna hinge on those rifle and SMG. However, unfortunately, it is a mid-take from the T side, and they will find absolutely no resistance as they just walk onto an empty A side here and do get the bomb down. So now for Eversio, just a question of saving these weapons and armor into the next round. And unbeknownst to them, 4 SMGs will be hunting here. So, also important. Try and stay alive. They are lining up for the exits. However, just SMGs to save. Crazy does find a great shot onto Parka. So, will pick up the MAC-10, spots a second, and does take down the rifle of body. Which will be picked up by Zelion. Dragonsteer also taking down Maka, so 3 kills found for Eversio. And Zane trying to jump into CT and deny anything else from being saved. Will take down the pistol of Trevor. And Eversio, they're allowed to save 4 weapons into the next round. Couple of SMGs, couple of rifles. Should be a relatively even playing field here. On the back of those 2 saved SMGs from the T side. Of course, Maka does have that AWP, could give them the advantage over towards stairs. And I'm surprised to see Fake Info only holding onto these SMGs here. Lots of money over on the T side. These SMGs could cost them in long range engagements with Zelion. Gonna get rushed down connector. The SMGs force the close quarters fight against Zelion, and Trevor fully flashed. Does go down as well. Dragonsteer only good for 1. As he is also taken down. Crazy also going down halfway across the map, and Stekeli follows suit. So Eversio once again lose the buy round here. Worrying sign maybe only taking down 1 T in the meantime. As Fake Info only up to a very strong start here. 5-0 lead on the T side. Eversio do call a tactical timeout. Just digging into the strat book a bit. Maybe having to shake things up here. Just nothing seemed to work so far. Closest round was in fact the pistol. And there was also that 2 versus 1. Apart from that though, it's been relatively plain sailing for the T side. See Zane with 11k, Candy close behind 9.5, so lots of money on these T's. Eversio unlikely to ever break this T economy for the rest of the half. By the time that money runs dry, loss bonus will be built up if Eversio can even string some rounds together. So uphill battle from here. Eversio want to fight their way back into this half. Nade will take Maka down to 80 HP. Brings him with a headshot potential for these M4s. But no aggressive plays on either side just yet. Parka does make his way into mid. Dragonsteer holding doors with that AWP. Will fire off a shot. Doesn't find anything. And Maka has made his way up connector. Holding pillar very aggressively. Trevor knows connector is open though, so not gonna peek that angle. Very passive play from both sides, but does look like the bomb is making its way over to B. So 3 players of Eversio situated on this B side. However, that molly will just pull over Dragonsteer, but Crazy does find that duel, and Zelion, unable to find Maka, hits a great no-scope. Opens up the B side. It's just Dragonsteer over in Temple. Trevor now in CT, however, Eversio will have to retake this in a 4v4. 3 of these CT players coming from the CT angle. And Crazy with the lurk. It's being watched by Body though, so Eversio gonna have to make a move. Just Trevor with the kit, and Zane does take down Stekeli. Crazy does find another. Zane also taking down Dragonsteer. Trevor able to trade a 2 versus 2 now. Trevor does accidentally tag his teammate, and Maka finds Crazy. Trevor finds the first, but does he expect the second player to be in connector? Doesn't matter though, doesn't have a kit. And unfortunately for Eversio, Fake Info Only will be able to pick up this round as well. So 6-0 advantage for Fake Info Only here. Trevor able to save that AWP and drop it back onto Dragonsteer. However, at 6-0, Eversio need to start picking up some rounds on this CT side. Take a look at the scoreboard quickly, and Zelion yet to register a kill for Eversio. Kills quite a distribution though. Trevor only on 2, but then second most damage in the team. Crazy once again leading the charge for Eversio. Over on the side of Fake Info Only, Zane in the lead, almost 800 damage for him, 6 kills to his name, and Candy with 7 kills, boosted a lot by that ace in the pistol round. And Maka close behind as well on 6, so pretty even distribution across both teams. A couple of players maybe lagging behind, but nobody's standing out just yet. Game is back underway now. Eversio able to force into this round. 4 rifles, including that AWP on Dragonsteer. Zelion with this SMG, and Trevor will find the first kill onto Maka. Zelion swings out, takes down Zane for his first kill of the game. Trevor does take down Parker Blue. Candy does momentarily trade, but Dragonsteer with 2 great shots onto main gives Eversio their first round of the game. So game on then, it needed that. Eversio finally find themselves on the scoreboard. Long way to go, but it's a good start. They're only losing the SMG and 1 rifle. Zelion opting once again for the MP9 here. This time full utility on the side of Eversio. And as previously mentioned, Fake Info Only able to just fully reinvest in this round. Still 7k onto Zane. Maybe a bit closer than expected on some of these other players. Maka down to just 800. Obviously AWP, big investment in these rounds. But over here just a default setup on round 8. 2-1-2 split. As Eversio do go aggressive out of A main, and Trevor will get punished. Zelion also gonna go down. Candy with 2 clean headshots. Crazy does reduce the deficit. 4 versus 3 now. But Dragonsteer missing that initial shot. Does find Candy eventually. However, doesn't find Body, so goes down, leaving Eversio on a 2 versus 3. Crazy and Stekeli. Stekeli still over towards water, smoked off from connector, and just Crazy in CT. Not committing just yet to this duel. Will start to creep his way up slowly. Trevor waiting outside of connector. Crazy spots the leg of Maka, but Maka with that AWP able to take him down, and Zane with a headshot onto Stekeli reestablishes the norm in this game as Make Info Only, or Fake Info Only, sorry, to find the 7th. So half is won by the T side here, and now for Eversio is just a question of making it as close as possible. Anubis is, I guess, a T-sided map. Do tend to see stronger halves on the T side from these teams, but 7-1. Few more rounds are required on the CT side for Eversio to have a fighting chance in the second half. And boost on mid does catch Dragonsteer. Op is actually on Crazy this round. Glass cannon, no armor for him. But T's man advantage. Stekeli gonna go aggressive towards this A main position. A smoke is momentarily blown away. No info for the T side though. Now Bump and a couple of these T's are making their way over towards this connector position. Zelion and Trevor on this B side. Zelion watching connector with that MP9. We'll have 3 guns firing at him in just a moment here, so this round could hinge on what Zelion's able to find, and goes down to Zane. So just Trevor on this B side. Finds the first, finds the second as well. Stekeli also finding Maka across the site. Trevor does go down eventually to Candy, running out of ammo. 2 versus 2 now. Info is gathered by Stekeli, however, Parka Blue catches Crazy with his back turn. Mid was left open, so just Stekeli in the 1 versus 2 now. Staring down a potential 8-1 scoreline. Both of these T's gonna take cover in this temple position. Stekeli with a smoke and a Molotov. Clock is ticking though, and that molly is good, goes towards this temple position. Steez getting ready to swing this. He does have the bomb, should hear that tick of the molly, finds the first. Does he expect the second to be in temple as well? Aware now from that is sticking the bomb though, and Stekeli in the 1 versus 2 sticks the defuse and gives Eversio a much needed second round. Will go down at the end of the round there, so all 5 of these Eversio players having to reinvest, but a very important round clutched up there by Stekeli. Weaponry is actually fairly equal on both sides, as I say that Parka Blue swaps his Mac 10 for an AK, so the T's will have an extra rifle, and Parka Blue with a great rush through mid does catch Crazy and takes Dragonsteer down to just 3 HP. The run and gun of the Mac 10 punishing Eversio, and Stekeli gonna get killed with a drive-by there, headshot from Zane, so Eversio forced into a 5 versus 3 and Dragonsteer low on HP. Kit is dropped. Not even actually, I believe. I was gonna say Kit is dropped in A main, but Stekeli did go down in that last round, so unsure if there actually is a Kit on the CT side, and the Eversio have called the save already, so will be 8-2. Crazy, not expecting the aggressive play down mid, and Dragonsteer just dinked with that Mac 10. Has to run away and try and save this M4 into the next round. T's will send a couple of players hunting Maka with that Mac 10 over towards B side. Actually is the closest player to Dragonsteer, so could go down here, will go down indeed, and Maka picking up that M4. Body also taking down Zelion, so just Trevor remaining, and Maka will also find him. No guns saved on the side of Eversio. And a very tough scoreline to stomach here, 8-2. And given the economy of Eversio, seemingly 9-2 here. Unless this UMP of Dragonsteer can go crazy. Crazy, coincidentally, also with MP9, so a couple of SMGs, but very weak buy from Eversio overall. Maka will catch one of those SMGs. Trevor also going down, trying to rush out of A main. Just Zane tagged low on 36 HP. Dragonsteer will find the frag onto Zane, so 4 versus 3. Stekeli also picking up Crazy's MP9. Down. Spots nothing towards mid, and Stekeli had a very brief engagement over towards main. Does get taken down from connector, and Candy and Parka Blue make quick work of Dragonsteer and Zelion. So 9-2 for this T side. It's been a dominant display from Fake Info only. Eversio, just the 2 rounds here. One of those coming from that Stekeli clutch. Last round of the half. Eversio looking to make it 9-3. Take something into this next half here. Have 4 M4s to do it, and the MP9 over on Crazy. Zane rushing into A main, and Stekeli is fully blinded, so they will find that opening here. And it's just Dragonsteer left. Let's tag down Parka Blue very low, unable to find the kill though. And Crazy now from this camera position, unable to do anything with that MP9. Zelion does take down Maka though, so low HP on a couple of these T players. Auto Director going crazy here for a few moments, and Dragonsteer does take down Zane. Parka Blue 6 HP as well, spotted by Dragonsteer, is looking for this fight, does find it and does take him down. So 3 versus 2 now, Eversio with a rare man advantage on this half so far. Minute left on the clock. as Buddy was making his way over towards A side. And does seem like he will indeed continue. Candy with a smoke and a molly. Doesn't look like they will be executing though. Molly might go towards that pillar position. And Dragonslayer chooses the wrong time to drop from heaven. Knows that these T's are on the site now. And does go down to Body. Trevor unable to find anything and leaves Zelion in the 1 versus 2. That's the second time this game Dragonslayer got unfortunate with the timing. Happened to him in the second or third round of the game as well. And Zelion, looking the wrong way, will go down. So fake info only in the 2 versus 3. Able to find all of those frags and a very tough 10-2 scoreline for Eversio in this first half. Taking a look at the scoreboard here. Is once again fairly even on fake info only. Those top 3 of Zane, Candy and Maka have broken away from Body and Parker Blue just a bit. Over on the side of Eversio, Dragonslayer leading in terms of kills, but in terms of damage, it is Trevor. Zelion did pick up a couple of kills, however still lagging behind the rest of the group considerably for now. Eversio on the T side though, did mention in an interview last match that they do feel a bit more comfortable on this T side. Kills will be traded at the start of this pistol, and this Eversio try to rush out of connector. Headshots from Candy do find Zelion and Trevor, and now Crazy left in a 1 versus 2. Body in this connector position. Here's all of this, and Zane with the dualies. Does spot Crazy. Misses the shots though. Crazy does find Body. 1 versus 1. Low HP on Crazy though. Just needs to find the headshot. And does indeed. So Crazy with a 2 versus 1 picks up a crucial 3rd round in pistol for Project Eversio here. Bomb does go down at the end as well. Give Eversio some extra cash. And Eversio may be a lifeline here. Fake info only. Staying modest, have a 7-round advantage, but won't be forcing into this. Will be saving for that first gun round. Don't want to allow Eversio any angle back into this game. Eversio with a massive uphill climb here. Granted, they convert this round, which by all means they should. Looking at a 10-4 scoreline still, so long way to go to get back into this game, but a positive start on the T side. I believe that also takes Crazy to the top of the scoreboard. Not quite. Trevor did also pick up a kill in that pistol, but does bring him a bit closer to it. Eversio, slow play on the round. Start to walk into A now. As the CTs have all stacked in mid, and with that utility going out now, should be aware of an A play. Stakeli is the first to go down, so Mech10 unable to find any free kills. And the CTs will reposition all 5 coming from Dragonslayer's position. Dragonslayer finds first 4. Just Candy left. Dragonslayer on for the ace. Low HP though, might just look to hang on to this AK, and Trevor will find the kill onto Candy. Dragonslayer with a great 4K in the round. CTs try to overwhelm him, but keeps his cool. Takes down all of them. Apart from Candy. Was taken down with a little bit of help from Trevor. So Eversio 10-4. First test on the T side for them now, as fake info only will buy into this round. Zane opting for the FMS and some better util, but quite a full buy on the CT side apart from that. Eversio, bit of a slow play. Maka may be lucky only to take 9 damage from that nade. Seemed to land right on top of him. Eversio not rushing into any side just yet. Skelly holding for any B aggression. However, is a 2-2 split on mid and A side here. And boost above the smoke will catch Trevor. And how good has these CTs been, even on the T side, with some great boosts to catch out Eversio. Taking a look at the stats of Fake Info only, Anubis is their most played map. and they're definitely showing that there. Maka just about runs out of ammo on mid, does go down, but Candy able to find Stekeli and re-establish the man advantage for Fake Info only. Body does spot. Crazy over in mid. Crazy trying to take the camera fight will go down to Zane. So Eversio 4 versus 2 now. Junister makes it a 2 versus 3. And Candy, his position is known, does also go down to Dragonsteer. So all of a sudden, 2 versus 2. These CTs are so close though. Already on site. And Body does spot the back of Dragonsteer. But Dragonsteer with his 3rd kill in the round. And the 4th onto Zane. 2 4Ks in a row for Dragonsteer against the pistols and against the full buy. Giving Eversio a much needed win. 5th round on the game for Eversio. One of the first, or one of the only buy round victories in this game for Eversio. Forces the CTs onto a weak buy here. Dragonsteer dropping his saved AK, opting for the Mac-10. Aware maybe of the weaker buy from Fake Info only. So Eversio will be looking at a 10-6 scoreline here. You can never count these deagles and 5-7s out though, so on the back of this weaker buy, Eversio will rush towards the A side. Miss Molly from Zelion though. And smoke towards heaven does have a gap. Body looking for the kills, but does go down to that Mac-10 of Dragonsteer. Auto director for the 5th time this game going crazy. Does settle though. And Zane is taken down by Dragonsteer. Swaps to the Deagle as well for the long range engagement. Dragonsteer just having a field day on this T side so far. And Fake Info only. Just looking for the exits here. Trevor will take down Candy. Eversio should survive with all 5 players. Into the next round. Maka and Parker Blue just holding on to this P250 and 5-7. Maybe looking for a few exits. Stekeli should be finding Maka and does also find Parker Blue. Also survives the bomb. Taking no bomb damage there. That's CS2 for you. Bomb radiuses across the maps varying to extreme degrees, but Eversio with a crucial 6th round here, narrowing the gap just a bit, and Fake Info only on the back of that gonna call their first tactical timeout of the game. They will have a bye into this round. Logs bonus is maxed out for them as well. So Eversio making it close, but still ways to go. Dragonsteer 22 kills. Closest player behind him is Crazy with 10. Then Trevor with 9 and Stekeli with 8. Leading this Eversio side by a massive margin here. Candy has begun to break away for Fake Info only, sitting 4 kills above Zane. But Dragonsteer just a crazy breakaway. And Eversio will need more of that if they are to close this gap even further. Timeout is over and in we go to round 17. Both teams with a full buy. And for Eversio only gets harder from here. Loss bonus maxed out and first kill for the CT side. Crazy looking to dry peek that angle will go down. 2nd kill also for the CT side as Stekeli dry peeking B main will go down to Candy. Oh, Eversio stranded a bit towards this A side in a 5-on-3. Three CT players on the B side, so Eversio heading towards the more favorable of the 2 sides for this execute. As Eversio will start to make their way out onto site now. Zelion does go down to body though. And bomb spotted, so the remainder of these CTs will begin to rotate. Eversio unable to find any frags just yet. And all of the CTs have rotated over now. Trevor does fall, dropping bomb as well. And it's just Dragonsteer with this AWP. He's gonna get chased down by the CTs. Unable to find connection onto the CTs there. Running out of ammo, running out of time. Is chased down and taken out by Parker Blue. So all 5 Eversio players going down without an answer there. And Fake Info only with a dominating display on that buy round. showing why Anubis is their most played map. Eversio down 11-6 here, will be able to buy into this round. No AWP for Dragons here, unfortunately. And once again, Fake Info only look firmly in control. Eversio sending all 5 players towards the B side of the map this time. Stakeli with the Mach 10 looks to spearhead this charge onto the B side, but 3 of these CT players stacked onto the B side, and Stakeli tagged so low through the smoke that Nate's gonna take him down even lower. Even Dragonsteer down to 57 HP. Player spotted through the smoke by Maka, but Dragonsteer ripping away that AWP from the CTs. Rotations are in though, as Body did go to Temple for a second. Maka accusing Dragonsteer of cheating here, as he did get a shot through the smoke there. Great game coming out here from Dragonsteer. And Trevor taking down Body on mid, so Eversio 2-man advantage, 4 players in mid. Zion with the flash does get caught by Zane though. And a very awkward rotate from the CTs here. They do find 2 kills in mid because of it, but Eversio managed to hold on, and it could have been very dicey there. 2 CTs were in canals, and Eversio sent all players rushing with their knives out towards that A site. Crisis averted, however, and Eversio to pick up a 7th round. But once again, a little bit close for comfort. So, full buy once again on the CT side, as will likely be the case for the remainder of this game, given the loss bonus they have. Maka ticked on mid. Crazy, should have heard this. Maka playing very aggressively in that smoke. Will start to walk back now. Doubles round though, and does want to walk out of mid. Does walk out and does find Crazy. Dragonsteer goes down as well, so Eversio seemingly expecting the aggressive play. Just mistimed their flash. Zalion does find the kill though, to re-establish some control in this round for Eversio. And Maka's actually given up that bomb which he had seen on mid. Zalion very paranoid that CTs should be holding this. Stakeli lurking towards B main. Not spotting anyone just yet. Gun is spotted though by Candy, and Stakeli just trying to walk into the B site is punished. So 4 versus 2 now, Trevor and Zelion. A site is open, but Eversio are heading towards that B bomb site. Zelion outside of B main and Trevor posted in connector. 25 seconds on the clock, so will have to be a quick rotate here. And Trevor does find the first onto Candy. Body will take down Zelion though. And Maka coming out of Temple, finding Trevor. Oh, match point for the T side. Or the CT side, sorry, Fake Info only. Trading the past couple of rounds with Eversio. Eversio forcing into this last round, only able to master 2 AKs, a Galil, a Mach 10, and the Desert Eagle. Low utility on 3 of these players as well. 4 actually Stakeli, just the smoke and the flash, which will go towards mid quickly. Zelion does go down to Maka. Trevor does take him down though. Stakeli low on HP, just 20. However, it is a 4v4, but Stakeli taken down as the smoke begins to plume on mid. So now Dragonsteer and Crazy trying to make a play on towards this A side. Do take down Zane. Crazy low on HP though. And Trevor stranded towards mid, does go down, and that's bomb dropped. Parker Blue also finding Dragonsteer. 1 versus 3 now for Crazy. Does find the first, but does go down in the end. Zane as well. Bit toxic in the chat there at the end. However, Fake Info Only will find the victory here. And unfortunately, Eversio's win streak does come to an end. 13-7 on Anubis. A few glimpses of greatness from Dragon's Tear, however, was not enough today. Eversio, unfortunately, unable to find the victory, will go down now, I believe, to 5-4 in the season. Indeed, 5-4. We'll be playing against Elista this Wednesday. Looking for a very important 6-win in this opening round of ESEA, exactly, Season 53 Central. So, thank you guys for watching, and make sure to tune in on Wednesday. And also, stay tuned to the stream, because I believe League is coming up next shortly.